Canada is globally known for its polite culture, where even minor interactions are accompanied by apologies. Studies show that Canadians say sorry more frequently than most nationalities. In bustling urban settings like Toronto's subway, it's common to witness spontaneous apologies, even when no fault exists. This reflex stems from deeply ingrained social norms that prioritize harmony over individual blame. Canada's apology culture traces back to British colonial influences. Victorian-era etiquette manuals, taught in schools until the mid-20th century, emphasized politeness as moral virtue. Research from the University of Toronto reveals how these standards became institutionalized through education. The famous Canadian Bluebird poster from 1910 even depicted proper apologies as patriotic behavior. New immigrants quickly adopt this cultural trait through social osmosis. A 2021 Statistics Canada survey showed 78% of newcomers begin excessive apologizing within 6 months. At a Vancouver cafe, observe how a South Asian woman hesitates before mirroring a barista's apology for slow service. This demonstrates Canada's unique ability to socialize diverse populations into collective norms. Workplace culture reinforces this behavior through unspoken rules. A McGill University study found Canadians preface 63% of professional critiques with apologies. In a Calgary Oil Company meeting, notice how every speaker begins with "sorry," just to add, even when presenting vital data. This ritual maintains group cohesion, but can undermine confidence. Psychologists identify this as conflict-avoidant communication. University of British Columbia research shows Canadians use apologies to lower interpersonal tension 40% more than Americans. During a heated condo board debate in Montreal, watch how an elderly man diffuses arguments by saying, "Sorry, perhaps we could." This tactic preserves social bonds, but may suppress necessary confrontations. Canadians satirize themselves through apology humor. Comedian Rick Mercer's famous Talking to Americans segment revealed how U.S. audiences misinterpret excessive politeness as weakness. At a Yukon comedy club, a First Nations comic jokes, "My ancestors should invoice the government for all those sorries." This self-awareness showcases cultural confidence in this quirk. Global visitors often misinterpret Canadian apologies. Japan's NHK documented tourists' confusion when store clerks apologized for weather. At Niagara Falls, observe a German family's bewilderment when a guide says, "Sorry about the mist." This cultural gap highlights how Canada's social rituals differ from direct communication societies like Germany or Israel. Canada's Apology Act, 2009, legally separates regrets from liability. Unlike the U.S., saying sorry after an accident can't be used as evidence in court. An Ottawa courtroom scene shows a cyclist apologizing to a driver after a collision, with the judge explaining this doesn't imply guilt. This legal protection encourages conflict resolution without fear. Business analysts note politeness can hinder negotiations. A RBC report shows Canadian firms lose 17% more concessions in international deals due to hesitation. Watch a Toronto tech startup awkwardly apologize while presenting to Silicon Valley investors, causing confusion about their confidence. This demonstrates how cultural strengths become weaknesses in global contexts. Ultimately, excessive apologizing embodies Canadian values. Historian Margaret Atwood notes it reflects the national ethos of consideration over confrontation. At a multicultural park in Winnipeg, see how a Punjabi elder, French teen, and Indigenous artist all laugh while competing to apologize for holding a door. This shared quirk bridges Canada's diverse communities through mutual politeness.